Hi there, it's Lisa Balachi St. Romain here on our 22nd Sunday of Ordinary Time. Our first reading is from Jeremiah. So when you think about Jeremiah, when you hear Jeremiah, what do you think about, right? I think about this poor guy at the bottom of the well, thrown there by the people in town. And in fact, this reading that we have today is very much in that line. It is a desperation on his part that God chose him as a prophet. And it's like, wow, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. And it parallels the gospel where Jesus talks about taking up your cross and following me, lose your life for my sake. And so this is not a happy reading. It's an intense reading. And think about for yourself, because it starts out, you duped me. So we don't use that word very often. There's a couple of words in here: duped, derision. We don't use those words in our common vocabulary. So you're going to have to take your time with those words. But you know that I use alternate translations, right? And so from the Message, you pushed me into this, oh God. You deceived me. You misled me. You induced me. You persuaded me. You enticed me. You tricked me. You coerced me. All of that, okay? You duped me. So take it very slowly. You duped me, O Lord, and I let myself be duped. Wonder why, huh? So, some of this persuasion, some of this desire to do God's will. But think about a time that you felt like you were following God or doing the right thing, and you got ridiculed, because that's what's happening with Jeremiah. Maybe it was something at work, maybe it was a plan at church, maybe it was an idea that you shared with your friends, people that you thought would at least hear you, and they did not. And so now he's going back to God and he's saying, you duped me, O Lord, and I let myself be duped. Okay? You were too strong for me and you triumphed. So this is a dejected person. All the day, I am an object of laughter. Everyone mocks me. So go back to seventh grade, right? Where it was like, wow, if you don't match that person, you're out. And even if you do, sometimes you're still out. Okay? So it is so hard to be that person on the outside. So here's Jeremiah. He says, oh, whenever I speak, I must cry out. I'm trying here, right? Violence and outrage is my message. The word of the Lord has brought me derision. Like, what do you think you're doing? And reproach. Shut up, all the day. So when he speaks, Jeremiah sees the things that are wrong and he wants to speak out against it, and look what he gets, right? Okay, so he says, I say to myself, I will not mention him. I will speak his name no more, talking about God, what God wants. He's the prophet, right? But then it becomes like a fire burning in my heart, imprisoned in my bones. Like, wow, there's this energy that needs to move. I grow weary holding it in. I cannot endure it. That's where it ends. Our reading ends right there. I cannot endure it. Long pause. The word of the Lord. Keep your voice in the same tone as you were reading. The word of the Lord. Okay? So practice this, because this is a lot of eye contact to communicate, because everybody out there has felt ridiculed, has felt reproached, derision, object of laughter, mockery. We've all felt that. So take your time, keep it slow, let them identify with Jeremiah, because with him, then we're going to identify with Jesus. Okay, the gospel reading. Whoever wishes to come after me must deny himself. Jeremiah's like, I did, and look what happened. Okay, so, okay. Here we go. There. Practice reading aloud. Take your time. God bless.